Manchester City 4, Chelsea nil, Chelsea out of the FA Cup, and it's better I don't talk about the match because that was absolutely atrocious. The fan base right now is in absolute toxic state. The away fans were chanting about Thomas Tuchel, Roman Abramovich, and overall on the Twitter, on all the social media platforms, there are some people that are Potter out, there are some people that are Potter in, and all that stuff. I will say one thing: I don't agree with the chance for Tuchel and Roman because there's no benefit doing that when we've got Potter in charge. But big up to the away fans that stayed till the end for their pathetic performance. The money they paid, they stayed up there. They deserve respect for that as well. And on the fans, there's no benefit to be Potter in or Potter out, guys. You need to be honest. There's no benefit sacking, hiring. This is why we're in the position right now. We fired the managers, then his players stay at the club. Then we bring another manager. He has to work with the earlier manager players, and the club is in big trouble. We've got players from Lampard, Sarri, Tuchel, and this is what happens. Now, Todd Bowley either should have sacked Thomas Tuchel at the start of the season or gave him till the end of the season. And that is an absolutely atrocious decision from Todd Bowley as well. Because if you did not believe Thomas Tuchel was the right man, then why give him his type of players? Now, there are many people in the fan base blaming Tuchel for it. But I'm just going to say one thing to you intellectual peoples in the right way. Tuchel signed Sterling. He was only given 4 games to work with him. He signed Aubameyang and was only given 60 minutes of Aubameyang and then sacked. You cannot criticize Tuchel when he was not given chance to work with his type of players that he signed. That's why the sacking was wrong. But on the other hand, you cannot blame Potter that he has to work with Aubameyang, he has to work with Sterling when it doesn't like these players. And this is what happens when you keep sacking managers, Kai Havertz, he was signed under Frank Lampard. Why do Tuchel have to persist with it? Why do Potter have to persist with it? Because we paid 72 million pounds. This is why. This is why this hire and fire policy is the worst thing we have done. We've got Kai Havertz, who we paid 72 million from the era of Frank Lampard, and the club have to make it work because that is a massive investment. You go towards the other players in the team, in the likes of the big players money we have paid for. Koulibaly was brought in as a Rudiger replacement, and I still think that is not a Tuchel signing. Tuchel wanted Nathan Ake and a Kimpembe. Now nobody knows whether it worked or not, but that was not his target. You go towards Graham Potter, nobody knows that right now the signings being made are either his signing or not. I think his signings will come in the summer. So there's no benefit of this hiring and firing policy when it puts us in this mess. Now coming on to the players, and these players are absolutely shameful. Absolutely shameful. These players don't know how to lose a match, how to lose with dignity, and how to lose with some respect that this club has. This is a big batch. Many people for this Chelsea batch have put their absolutely body on the line on the pitch. Whether they lost, whether they won the hearts, they won the respect of all the fans. And today we have got these nobodies who do not have any respect for the shirt. Kai Havertz, I want to come first of all. This guy, he has a lot of talent and a lot of potential, but this guy has no mentality to succeed at Chelsea. I hope he changes that, but his mentality is absolutely pathetic, shameful, absolute shameful mentality. He plays absolutely awful for the 80% of the season, then he turns up in February, March and April, and then he goes on his lazy run, and people will say, look at the stats, Kai Havertz has made the most presses in the game. But when you see him on the ball, he's an absolutely lazy player to watch. Mason Mount, I love you, Mason. You're from the academy. We all love you. You are a fantastic talent. We have seen your talent, what you did in the Champions League in that run. But one thing is for sure, he's demanding 300k, and that performances don't even deserve 150k. Coming to Kepa Arrizabalaga, I still think he has no blame in this match, but you could have done better with the penalty. And he also is not a top-class keeper Chelsea need for the future. Coming on Koulibaly, I still don't want to be angry on him. He's a new signing, but right now he has been an absolute disaster. On the other players in the team right now, only Thiago Silva deserves some respect for the season, and the injury crisis Chelsea have got is absolutely unthinkable. And now comes the question, is 2 seasons we are suffering with injuries. Reece James, rush back. Ben Chilwell, rush back. Fofana, rush back. Is it the mistake of Thomas Tuchel or Graham Potter's, or is it the mistake of medical staff? That has to be investigated, and tough decisions need to be taken. And now on the final note, coming on to the manager and the owners. First of all, on the owners, Todd Bowley, I'm not blaming him for anything right now. It's very easy to say, but the club were in a very dire state. For me, I'm telling you very honestly, people, in March, I did not even know our club will exist. The UK government were absolutely hell-bent on putting us through the biggest nightmares we can be as a fan. And for me, I just begged that please, at least my club can be alive. Whether we are 15th in the league, 20th, 20, or even in the next one, I just want my club to be alive. So we were in an unprecedented situation, and Todd Bowley had to make some things that had to be done. Signings had to be made. Coming to Graham Potter, for me, the only doubt I've got is I know Chelsea are in tough time. I know that Chelsea need a rebuild. My only concern is he the right man or not? I cannot say he's the right man, but I cannot say he's the wrong man. I can only make this comment in December 2023 when I see more of Graham Potter, I see more of his signing, I see more of his style of play, and then I can criticize him. But right now, Graham Potter needs to be getting more angry. I don't care if we finish 15 this season, but Graham, you're getting a lot of backing from Todd Bowley. You are getting a backing from Todd Bowley that you won't be sacked whether you're 15th in the league, 14, 13. So play the players you want to use next season. Throw away your Jorginhos, your Havertz, and play the team that you want to do. If you think Havertz is your player, play him. I have no problem. But if you keep pleasing these senior players, the players in the dressing room being this nice lad, the landscape, everything, this is not going to work. I want to trust you. I love you. You're a Chelsea manager, but I hope you prove to me the right man. Right now, I'm in the middle. I don't know anything, but I hope it works. But again, I will say sacking is not the solution. On the final part, when Reece comes back in March, when Ben comes back in March, when Fofana comes back in March, I think if, let's say, we sign one more player, I think Chelsea will end the season very, very nicely. But the problem is, if by March we are 20 points of top 4, 15 points of top 4, we cannot do anything. In the Champions League, I still believe we have a chance of doing something better in comparison to this. With Reece James, with Fofana, with Kante, with Ben Chilwell, we are a very different team. But by then, fans will have lost so much trust in the team, it will be difficult to be up for it again. So I hope the players prove it wrong. I still think Chelsea have good days. Tough days are always there, but I know my club will be back. Up the Blues, up the Chelsea, and thank you everyone, and I hope you have a great day. Believe in Chelsea, up the Chelsea, good times will come.